8 fragrances I wore in October. This is the top 8 list. All right, so I'm gonna go through all of them in no particular order. I just wore these the most and they kind of sat. So when I wear a fragrance, I take it out and I leave it after I wear it in a certain spot. So when I go to make this video at the end of the month, I see everything that I've worn for the month sitting in that spot. All right. Disclaimer, none of the decants that I wore are featured in this video, but I wore a lot of samples and decants in between. Went on a vacation for a week and I brought a bunch of decants with me there. Honorable mentions, Grand Soir from MFK, Reflection Man from Amouage. Those two I'm looking to get full bottles of, guys. I've been wearing them. They're sick. I have 10 ml decants that are about like halfway empty already. So yes, those are my top 2 that I want to get right now. There's a whole bunch more because I got a wish list, but yeah, let's get right to the list, guys. This is the Azzaro Most Wanted EDP Intense, right? You got the 6 shooter on the front. Pretty good sprayer on here. It's okay. Oh, it smells so good, guys. So here's the deal with this one. You have this masculine fresh scent, okay, with this sweetness and like kind of like a warmth to it, and a sweetness and a nuttiness, almost like a richness to it, even though it's still got like this really cool fresh component that kind of is cooling, guys. Very mass appealing. You could wear this to every single occasion, anywhere, anytime. Work safe, not too beast mode on the performance. So it does kind of like 5 hours in, kind of, for me, I think, dissipate. I wore it a lot. I'm spoiled because I like the Parfum version, which I have. That one lasts way longer and it's way louder, but this one I think is a bit safer as a blind buy if you're going to blind buy them. It reminds me of not Acqua di Gio. It reminds me of Giorgio Armani's Stronger With You line. I think the Absolutely or Intensely, it's really hard for me to remember those, guys, but it reminds me of those. It has that cooling kind of freshness that one has, but still has that nutty and that sweetness kind of in that gourmand, like a touch of this gourmand, almost edible aspect to it, but then it's kind of still a cologne fresh kind of like, you know, deal here. So yes, this is awesome. I'll put the notes on the screen for you guys. This one's a hit. Any man's collection for sure. Absolute killer. Black bottle, okay, guys, not the brown bottle. The other one, the Parfum, I actually prefer personally. When I run out of this, I probably won't get another bottle, but this is full, so I have nothing to worry about. I would get the Parfum again, though, because it is just that one, just done more intensely. Let's talk about a Freshy that everyone should own. This is Frank Olivier's Blue Touch. Okay, everyone should have it. It is the Acqua di Gio solution, okay? Everybody loves Acqua di Gio. Everybody's signature scent's Acqua di Gio. We all know what it smells like, and if you don't, it's a citrus, aquatic, very identifiable fragrance. All the flankers, very similar to each other with little bit of differences as we go. All right, my favorite is the Profumo. I wore about half a bottle of the Profumo and sold it. Got some clones of it. I'm happy as can be with the clones. This was $13 on fragrancebuy.ca. That's my favorite website to get stuff. Not sponsored. Hope I will be one day, though. That would be cool to have a little discount code for you guys. But anyway, Blue Touch by Frank Olivier. I think of this as Acqua di Gio with a little better performance and a little bit sweeter because they pushed into the musk a little bit more. There's got to be a sweet kind of like sweet musk to it, like a little rounded edge to it, but it is really nice, guys. It's so good. And the sprayer's okay. It's not really too beautiful. Fresh smelling right now. Absolutely like the freshest, signature scent worthy for everybody. You could trick the entire planet with this thing. This thing is absolutely punches way over its pay grade. $13 for this. If you side by sided these with like Acqua di Gio, and if you go to the store and get Acqua di Gio for 10 times this thing's price, you'll be disappointed because this is so good. It replaces it for me for sure, guys. Like I will let you know when it's real, and this is real. I'm talking about Blue Touch right now. This thing is real. It also is a sick look at this bottle. It's super dope. Has a little broccoli on there. I think it's a tree, but it kind of just looks like a broccoli, guys. But yeah, everyone sees the color of the bottle and they're like, that's awesome. Anyway, so yeah, Blue Touch by Frank Olivier got a lot of wears out of me, and I'm going to wear a lot more. Definitely a all-around beater for me. Here's another beater. Luciano's Coastal Breeze. Another pretty bottle. You got that beautiful green, like a green Gatorade kind of looking thing. And this thing's great, guys. Oh man. Good sprayer too, like really good sprayer. All right, so there's a fruitiness to this. There's a aquaticness, like watery kind of aquatics. It's like you're near water. And then it's got a citrus kind of twist on it. It is just this light, very airy, beautiful fragrance that just is fresh as it gets. It doesn't get fresher than this, guys. This is a clone of the Louis Vuitton fragrance that is Pacific Chill. I've sampled that and tested them side by side, and I still prefer this. And I know that's sacrilege, but I definitely prefer this more because it's a little less fruity. Something about the original, there's a fruit note in it that I just don't love, and this one toned it down with that, and it brought out the freshness of it more, and it just did a great job on it. All right, so I've been wearing this Luciano Coastal Breeze, okay? I'll put all the names on the screen so you don't have to worry about me saying them. And I'll drop some notes on there too for some of you guys who really like that. I'll put that for you guys. So yeah, Luciano Coastal Breeze. This is another one, man. Unisex, girls, boys. You guys could share this fragrance. All right, this is awesome. You can get this for your girl, pretend it's a gift, and then go reach for it and keep wearing it yourself. All right, you could do that too if you need to really get away with some tricks right there. That's a low-key certified trick right there. So anyway, this is Luciano's Coastal Breeze. I've been wearing it. You should wear this one, or at least try out that DNA because it is super nice. BT Sense, another good YouTuber that I know. I like talking to him and his channel. He talked about this as, or Pacific Coast or Pacific Chill. He talked about this as smelling like a green Gatorade or one of those like blue-green Gatorades of the same color. Totally nailed that. There's something fruity about this, something in the, like almost like berries and melons that just kind of is in there, and it's just sweet, guys. Very good. All right, we're gonna keep it fresh. The last Freshy on the list. I had to tell you that I wore this last month because I did a whole review on it, and I was wearing this. I still reach for it and just spray up, like usually after a shower or if I'm going to work. This is Sean John's Unforgivable. It's a good fragrance, guys. It's actually very juicy, kind of nice, watery. It's Creed Millesime Imperial's DNA, if you know what that smells like. There's a Club de Nuit that also smells like it. I believe it's called Club de Nuit Millesime Imperial. It's Milestone. Club de Nuit Milestone. But yeah, this one, notes will go on the screen. I already covered this in a full review. You know, it's just P. Diddy's fragrance, one of them. This, I think, is his best one from the ones I have. Definitely is good. Mass appealing, compliment worthy. Not crazy on the performance, you know, but it is a Freshy that I keep in my Freshy rotations. So definitely, it could be your scent. It could be a scent for like anybody, really. Anyone could wear this. Like, you going to work, you could wear this safely to work and not be like at all in any kind of way offensive. This is just super clean and nice, guys. Definitely recommend taking a look at this. Doesn't perform like crazy 4 or 5 hours if you're lucky. You know, it's not really gonna perform for you like crazy, guys, but it does smell pretty freaking good. And guess what? I think it's $20, maybe less. So the fact that it's like $20 or less is a pretty strong thing because it smells like what is technically a $300+ fragrance right now. So yeah, and I've had people tell me they're disappointed with Creed Millesime Imperial, the original, because of reformulations. So I'm personally not able to compare it, but I do know by anecdotal evidence that this does the job pretty damn good in that fragrance profile. And if you're splitting hairs, it's not worth hundreds of extra dollars to split those hairs for this one for sure. So yeah, definitely a dumb reach, easy companion to have. And if you have only a few fragrances, that one does a pretty good job at what it does, guys. I've smelled a lot of fresh, fruity, kind of aquatic fragrances, and that one definitely stands its ground among those. Last real like fresh fragrance, Wulang Cha by Nishane. You know, I love this fragrance. Look at the top. Very interesting, beautiful crystal bottle. You know, they really did go over the top with their quality on this. It smells ridiculously good, guys. The most calming, meditative, kind of zen fragrance out there, right? This is just It's for you if you're into like teas, if you like that. It's got a tea smell to it. You know, not the craziest atomizer either. It's nice. It's definitely nice. It smells natural, almost like real like vegetables and fruits. Real tea, like it smells like a almost like a gourmand in that sense. Not like in a sugary sweet way at all. No, this is very like light on the sweetness, very herbaceous, aromatic, very beautiful. Love this fragrance, guys. The tea, the way they pulled it off, it's really, really nice, guys. Now, tea can be like super metallic at times in fragrances. Like the tea note can be very metallic. The way they did this, it snuck right in there. It's just this calming, really nice. It smells like a tea shop. Like beautiful fragrance right here, guys. Wulang Cha. Definitely have to recommend Wulang Cha to you guys. It is awesome, guys. One of my favorites of all time right here, for sure. Because it does the Freshy, but in a totally different way. And it's no slouch with performance either. And like it's a citrus dominant fragrance with some fig and some black tea notes, some oolong tea notes, and some other greenness to it, some like vegetal almost greenness. And it's just really, really nice, guys. Super sick fragrance, very fresh and unique. And I wore that a lot in October. Here's another one I wear a lot every month. Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male Elixir. Very sweet. Not as sweet as its counterparts. All of the Le Males are sweeter than this one, in my opinion. Pretty decent sprayer there. Actually, a decent sprayer. Super smooth, guys. Smooth. I think there's got to be some lavender in here, too. That just is done so nicely. Yeah, this thing is just mass appeal king right here. People ask me,
Hey, what is that? Because it's awesome.
because it takes that like kind of obnoxiousness that, because Jean Paul Gaultier Le Male, it smells really good to the people who own it. But like I've walked past guys who are wearing it and I'm just like, God damn, that is like a loud ass, like sugary, sweet, like scent. And it's just like, it's a little too much sometimes, but this one kind of tones it down, scales it down, almost in the same direction the Parfum goes. But I still think this one's the best one out of all the Le Males, in my opinion. This one and the original. I really like the original too, guys. Just the original Le Male. That's really great. So it'll be tied between those two for me. But this one, kind of the more grown-up one, a little bit less. It's still loud, guys, but you almost can't tell this is Le Male. Like, if someone's wearing it, you really can't tell that it's Le Male. It really takes that signature vanilla that it has usually, and that signature kind of the way they use lavender and vanilla. It's what makes Le Male smell like Le Male, and it kind of takes that and just like manipulates it into a different direction, and then they give you some other kind of warmth. There's a little bit of warmth to this. Super, super mass appealing. A little bit loud, guys, but definitely pretty awesome fragrance. I'm gonna wear a lot of this, so yes, Le Male Elixir is on the list all the time. And probably my favorite fragrance of the year is Red Tobacco Intense. Not for everyone. Do not blind buy this. Definitely sample it first. I didn't like it the first time I smelled it and wore it. But then halfway into the wearing, I was like, wow, this thing is really great, because it does a little bit more than you expect it to. It surprised me more than once. It surprised me a few times that day, just in how it evolved and how it was kind of like going away and coming back. And just, man, this thing is artwork, okay? Artwork in a bottle. The juice I'm talking about. I also really like the bottle. Gold, black, red, very aesthetic to me. Super cool blood red like bottle with this awesome look to it. And the sprayers on these Manceras are great. It's definitely smelling crazy in this room, but yeah, the sprayers are really good. A little harsh when you first spray this one, the Intense, guys. This is Red Tobacco Intense. Performance is fine. I don't even need to talk about performance with this because it's great. This one and the original both. I think this one performs longer for me. The original is a little bit louder off you for like a little shorter period of time, but this one's hanging around me. I don't get a lot of compliments. I don't expect people to really like this that much. It's got a little bit of harshness to it, a lot of personality, and it evolves and changes. It's got a lot of layers to it, guys. So yes, Red Tobacco Intense, tons of notes, a lot I could say about it, but I've been wearing this a lot in October, okay? I'll feature it again because it's definitely going down as one of my like top 10s in my collection. Super duper like it as much as the Wulang Cha. Okay. And then last but not least, Argos. Got an Argos fragrance on the list. You guys can see I haven't had this that long and I already used a nice little chunk of it. Now, the defining characteristic of this is tobacco and white peach. That's it. That's the most that I get out of this is tobacco and white peach. I don't get much else. It has a medicinal kind of quality, like a cough syrupy kind of direction that it goes in. It is warming as well, and you do get that kind of like warm, sweet, and deep, rich smell to it. But it is definitely not for everyone. Not what I expected. I blind bought this without sampling it. Just thought it would be a hit. Cool name, Triumph of Bachus by Argos. And it really is the only white peach dominant scent that I have. It's very white peach tea. Like if you ever smell that, like how that Arnold Palmer tastes or whatever, the white peach Arizona, it's got that kind of smell, taste in its smell. There's a monster that's a peach monster. It's got that too, that drink. It's got that going on in it, but it also has some kind of like a cough syrupy nature and that like kind of leafy tobacco touch to it. Yeah, it's good though. Very good sprayer on this one too. But yes, it has this medicinal cough syrupy quality, guys. When it warms up on you though, and it starts to kind of go out into the air, it's very nice. Not super mass appealing for people. Not everybody's gonna like this. You know, not everyone should own this for sure. It's a niche fragrance for sure. Definitely like it. I'm gonna keep wearing it. Probably won't get another bottle of it. Okay, won't recommend that you guys get it either. You should sample this one, not buy this one. So it's not safe to just get this. And I think everyone should know that because you can't just tell everybody to buy it if you really wouldn't buy another bottle as when you run out. So that's how I kind of characterize this, guys. If I use this whole bottle, will I get a refill? Will I get another bottle? If the answer is yes, then I probably will recommend it to people. If it's no, then I probably have to tell you guys the truth and be like, don't get it. You know, so this one lasts a pretty good amount of time, but the performance is surprisingly not as ridiculous as I thought it was gonna be. The way it was hyped up and the way everyone talks about this. So yeah, I wasn't underwhelmed by this fragrance, but I was definitely, it subverted my expectations a little. That's all. And I had high expectations going into this, so it's not fair to the fragrance, me developing those expectations. It's not fair. So there we go. It is an expensive fragrance, so you expect a lot from something like that. And when I'm telling you, I get mostly a white peach, medicinal cough syrup kind of quality. Lasts a good amount of time, warms up on your skin as it kind of projects, and it doesn't really have too crazy of a depth, but it is still rich smelling. It's still very enticing. And it has a gourmand quality to it. There's an extrait that has like this pink juice. I'm intrigued by that one. I think there's some raspberry going on in that one, so that'll be interesting too. But this is very like white peach, guys. Anyway, that is the top 8 fragrances. My favorite one of the month out of all of these, the one that really surprised me the most. Now, this isn't the one that I'm saying is the best one on the list, but this Frank Olivier Blue Touch surprised me the most, guys. Absolutely surprised me the most. This freshness of this, the quality behind it for $13, you know, ridiculous, guys. Speculative buy. I just saw it and I was like, let's try it out. Rocks. Absolutely rocks. Like, you guys who don't have a collection, any of you guys could add this to your collection and just rock this as your Freshy and never buy another Freshy again, and you're in good business, all right? This thing is awesome. Anyway, guys, that's my tops. It's my top fragrance 8 of the October month. So we're going into November. We got Thanksgiving. Things are going to get much colder. I'm going to be able to wear some more rich stuff, a whole different mix down, and I'm excited for it, and I hope you are too. Peace out.